Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I'm finna talk about giving and receiving. Yes, giving and receiving. Let's get it. Men are givers and women are receivers. But what are we out here giving and receiving? Oh Lord, what are we out here giving and receiving knowingly and unknowingly? Let's get a little deeper. Why is it when we stop giving and receiving, we start seeing? Yeah, we start seeing when we stop giving and receiving. And you keep a little bit for yourself to get an understanding before you get with anybody else. Let's get with it. It's like getting an injection for an infection. Depending on what the infection is and what's being injected. Okay? Depending on what your infection is what you're going to get injected with. Okay? Let's get a little deeper. It's the results that you receive. That's why when we take sex out of the equation, if we was to just take sex out of the equation, a lot of us wouldn't even be together. We'd have been left, been broke up. Because you get to know the person. See, 5 minutes of pleasure. I ain't talking about nobody lasts for 5 minutes. That is not what I'm trying to say. I'm just summing this thing up. Some people will tolerate 5 minutes of pleasure to be in hell 23 hours and 55 minutes more for that 5-minute release, to say the least. And if we took sex out of the equation, like I said earlier, most of us wouldn't even be together. You know we wouldn't. Because it creates an illusion of love. Sex creates an illusion of love. Because you feel that, what do they call that? That euphoric feeling. You know, them hormones or, you know what they call it. I'll think of a minute. But anyway, it creates an illusion of love. And it don't last. It's temporary. It's a temporary release of the confusion that's been going on for 23 hours and 55 minutes. But for them 5 minutes, you will re-sign yourself up for that foolishness again another day. That's why a lot of us can't break free of the toxic relationships. Because we become used to the infection. You get used to her waking up in the morning tripping. You get used to him staying out all night and coming home with that drip drag and all of that stuff. And y'all just keep doing the same thing every day, all the time. And you know what? I thought about something. The reason why people do that too sometimes is that you thinking that today gonna be the day that this person change. You just waiting for that. You're like, well, maybe, and you keep on replaying the same old movie and expect a different ending. But let's get to this thing. So, we become used to the infection. So once you stop receiving the spiritual infection and the injections, you start to see clearer. See, once you stop having sex with somebody, you see clearer. You see that person clearly for who they are because you're not getting an injection for the infection. See, that sex thing is an injection for the infection that clears it up for a little while, clears up the foolishness for a little while, and you start feeling good about that person again because they just made you feel good 5 minutes ago. So when you stop getting them injections, having that sex for that infection, that toxicity that y'all is experiencing outside of the bedroom, you'll start to see clear. Trust and believe. So let me get a little deeper. So you start to see clear. Now you know where the fear is coming from. See, most people don't leave because they feel fearful. Oh my God, if I leave, then, where I'm going to go, who I'm going to be with, what I'm going to do. They're going to take some half of my money. They're going to take the house, and what? There's some more houses and some more money. To have peace is priceless. Let me go and break this thing down and get done. Okay? So where the fear is coming from is because people, what you're doing, you're transmitting with this person. Transmission. You know how a radio get transmission? You're transmitting these energies, and they was occupying you all these times and other spirits, and you didn't have it before you got with them. It's like okay, just say per se you're an outgoing person and you doing this. Now you can stop being outgoing if you want to be. Be outgoing. But to have somebody else stop you from being outgoing and allow them to put you on their program, or to, it's like saying you gotta die to be with them. Like you gotta die to your life to live the life they want you to live, and that ain't living life. Not to me, it's not. You know what I'm saying? If you want to build an empire, you and somebody together, he going doing this and you going doing that. Y'all is so empowered with each other. You ain't got to worry about what they doing because you knew what they was doing before they got with you. They was handling the biz naive before they got with you. They gonna handle the biz naive, when they with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. If they own business, they own business. If they ain't on business, then you ain't got no business being with them. But to sit up there and allow some spirit that you may have received from the past relationship to embark on the new relationship, you might as well stay with that. You might as well stay with that. Don't even come up out of it if you're going to talk about the old person to the new person or judge the new person because of the old person. That's why you got to take time to heal, and you got to learn people. What's outside of getting in the bedroom. Don't get in the bed yet. Don't even sit on the couch. Don't even invite them to your house. Don't even make them your spouse. Don't just be getting with somebody because they got some money and you want to live this way and live that way. Know who you dealing with. That's very important. Love is one of the most important things. But there's a lot of imitations out there. Just like they got imitation vanilla. It look like the real vanilla, but when you taste that ain't nothing real in it. It's faker than turkey bacon, and ain't no mistaking. Pork bacon for turkey bacon. So before you start giving somebody what you got, and before you start receiving what somebody else got, you better know what they got. And I ain't just talking about sexually transmitted diseases. I'm talking about sexually transmitted demons that you can receive from a person that you don't even know who this person is. See, they look all together on the outside, but baby, they scrambling on the inside. And then you're going to find yourself scrambling. You're going to find yourself ain't at peace. You're going to find yourself arguing. You're going to find yourself tripping. You're going to find yourself having mental crises. Because what you did is you had spiritually combined your spirit with their spirit. And now you have become one, and all that is meshed together. Now it's like they always say, birds of a feather flock together. I don't believe I won't be no bird. I don't want to do that. So, like I said, be careful who you are allowing to give you, and be careful who you giving to, and be careful what you receiving. Because most people just be running around here thieving. They just be trying to take from you and not give you anything. But I tell you this, if you live for the Lord and you keep your mind at peace, you ain't got to worry about none of this. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.